Don't you just hate when that happens? How's it sound now? Test 1, 2. Yep, looks like it's working now. Sorry about that, folks. I always forget to turn on my microphone. Night Train, good morning. Okie Tom, thank you for the warning. Thank you for the heads up. I do appreciate it. So, anyway, I am going to post the link in the chat. If any of you fine gentlemen would want to come onto the panel, if you have time, please feel free to do so. It's only going to be there for about 30 seconds. Would love to have you. The reason why I do that is because I had an incident here about a half a year ago, and I just don't take any chances anymore. But anyway, for all you veterans out there, happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. For those of you that support our veterans, thank you for your support. Mohawk News Station, good morning. How are you today? You haven't been in a while. Good to see you, my friend. So, but anyway, I thought I'd jump on here. My wife went hiking with some friends of hers, and I thought I'd go ahead and do this live stream. Susan Lee, good morning. Good to have you in the chats. Glad to hear that, Mohawk News Station. It's always good to be doing good. And my cat is just trying to get in here. I'll put this drone away so she can get here. I know some of you were in my sunrise stream this morning. Wasn't that a beautiful sunrise? I thought so anyway. Dennis Lovelady is in the house. Let me put him on the camera. He can't make the sunrise streams, but he can sure make this one.
But I'm going to have to come back in with my earbuds on. I'm sorry. I can hear you just a little bit. I got to find the earbuds first. So I'll be a couple minutes. Sorry, Rodney.
No problem, buddy. Bye. No problem. well, there he was. Oh, man. Hal, I got to tell you, we had a good time at Spin Up. It was a lot of fun. I was a big winner. I won a set of coasters that was made by Brad Alston. He made them on his laser printer out of slate. So I won those. And then not more than 2 drawings later, I won a Tiny Hawk Freestyle, which I'm really looking forward to getting to add to my ever-growing FPV fleet. All I got to do is learn how to fly FPV, and I should be good. At least I'll have enough drones to start. I got 4 FPV drones right now. I have the Tiny Hawk S that Rick Halber sent me. I've got the Tiny Hawk, or the Baby Hawk 2 HD that a friend of mine bought for me, just right out of the blue. And then I got this bad guy. It's a 5-inch called Blue Flame that Brent Nunley gave me. I said good morning to you, Adrian. Aren't you listening? Geez, man. I said good morning to you. Ray.
Hey, good morning, Rodney.
So anyway,
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh,
can
good.
You hear me?
I got headphones on. Good morning. Hey, good morning, Rodney. Great flight this morning.
Oh my goodness. I have to join again. I'm sorry. I'm hearing guttural sounds.
No,
good
morning.
I'm not listening to you because I don't talk to teenagers. Well, Adrian, fine. You don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me. Man.
Hey, Adrian. How you
He
doing?
jumps
Talk to
on my
me.
case for not saying hello to him, and then he tells me he's not talking to me because he doesn't talk to teenagers.
Well, he also doesn't talk to people who haven't won Mavic 3s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he's one of those. He's one of those guys, but not the good those guys.
So, Ray, that's a good point. Ray Kelly was the big winner of the day at Spin Up. He won the Mavic 3. And did you bring it home, or are they sending you a brand new one?
Yeah, they're sending me one, Rodney.
Okay. Yeah, they're
Coming
going to be. I'm going to be
direct from
sent
China, I guess. I guess it comes direct from China.
So do you have a delivery date?
No, I didn't get an email. But I'm bad with checking my emails, so it might be there.
So, yeah.
I know Kelly's good for it. But anyway, how are you guys doing today on this fine Veterans Day?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for your service, Rodney.
Thank you for your support.
I'm having trouble getting started today. I don't know why, but I am.
Well, you old guys, you traveled a lot. I mean, you drove what, 15 hours?
No, not me. No, I drove 12 and a half, I think.
Oh, 12 and a half on Monday?
Yes, on Monday. Yes. It all runs together.
Rodney, I hate to say it, but you could have got on my flight. There was at least one extra seat, empty seat.
Well, the thing is you guys were already boarding. My package, my luggage was already slated for the flight I was on.
Yep.
And I wasn't going to. I mean, I didn't feel like trying to get down there in time to catch that flight. So, but it would have been cool if we could have flown together, right?
It was funny though, because I was talking to a gentleman at the gate, and I got the notification that you're alive. But I didn't want to be rude, so I didn't jump right in. But then I say I gotta say hello and try to track you down because you're probably right here at my gate.
So we were 6 gates apart, Dennis.
Wow.
Yeah.
But anyway, my flight was good. How was your flight?
It was good. The flight from Austin to Dallas was nice and smooth. It didn't take long.
Did you have a long layover? How long was your layover?
Oh, less than a little less than an hour, actually.
Okay, good. I'm trying something a little different, Rodney. I'm watching. Well, I'm on the iPad Mini 5 here, but I can type easier on the computer over here. So I'm going to try that this morning.
Yeah. Hey, I want to say something. I just saw a comment in the chats by Funny As. I understand what happened and everything, but let's not do that on my channel. I try to give everybody a fair break, and I just don't want that kind of stuff on my channel. So please refrain from doing that, Funny As. That's all I ask. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but there it is. Everybody makes mistakes, and we all need to be forgiven sometimes. Max Air, good morning.
Morning, Max. I wondered about that comment. I was going to delete it myself, but I couldn't figure out the reference. So,
hey, Max, how you doing, buddy?
If he keeps up,
yeah.
I just
block
deleted the message again, and if he does it again, I am going to I'm not kick him out of the stream together. Like I said, everybody makes mistakes and stuff, but just it doesn't belong here. That kind of stuff. I don't like it. Don't need it.
Hey, Brad. Good morning, Brad.
Brad Alston is in the house.
Brad Alston, good morning.
Huh.
So, I think all the different times I've been live streaming, it's kind of the first thing that's happened, other than Dennis Lovelady doing his thing.
Yeah, well, I was in a mood, you know. What can I say? Felt like I had things that needed to be seen.
I was hoping that Dennis would come in because I wanted to serenade him.
That's it.
Thank you for that, Ray.
That's all I know how to play.
And now I want you to sing and play at the same time. I want to see how that's done.
Nah,
That would be a show.
What's the old saying?
I'll even put him on full screen if he does that.
Oh man.
So
I have trouble. What is it? Chewing gum and walking or something? So Dennis, it was so good seeing you and Rodney at Spin Up. It really was.
Oh yeah, good to see everyone.
It was good seeing you too.
Yeah, you were out there with your phone capturing every moment. I'm so impressed by what you know. How you gather all this data, if you will. You know,
you're gonna let
amazing.
Noel again. Last night I'm up until 12 o'clock editing another video, short video.
Well, you know,
I get 6 minutes done, and something happened. I hit something or highlighted something. 3 minutes disappeared again. I got to redo it again.
Dennis, you know, when he sponsored that South Florida meetup,
yeah,
he was putting out videos for months.
I know, because he's very conscious of the fact that this is an opportunity that needs to be captured, and he captures it. It's just
I try to get everybody's best side, you know.
Well, that's hard to do with some people.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's what I tell people. I said, make sure you get my good side.
So hang on a minute. Let me
Ken Hoffbauer's in the house.
Yes,
he may have been before, I don't know, but
yeah, he was in the earlier one too, Ken. And Ken, I gotta say this about Ken. You know, not too many people know this, but he's a great guy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not what I've heard.
Yeah, I did. I heard otherwise too. I mean, and after meeting him at Spin Up, I can understand why.
Which part?
All of it.
Poor Ken. He was supposed to go to South Florida drone meetup, the first one back in last April this past April, and he wasn't able to do that, but he heard that I was driving from St. Simon's Island down to there, and he met me halfway with a hamburger that he had prepared and grilled himself. Just amazing.
That shows you.
He's a good guy. He really is a good guy.
Yeah, but you know what?
I don't care. I don't care what Drone Bum says.
And all joking aside, Ken really is a good guy. And good morning, Mr. Ron.
Mr. Ron.
Hey, Ron. Good morning.
Got the boys with us.
Hey.
All right.
Look who's behind you. I didn't see. I didn't see you.
I don't see no hat.
I know, dude. I can't find your hat.
That's all right. I think I ordered you another one, so hopefully you'll get it soon.
Mr. Ray, I am a lucky dog. I won the Mavic 3. Kelly, how are you?
I'm good. But you see what I got up there?
I see that.
That's a sailfish, right?
No, that's a dolphin, a mahi. Yep.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't realize they had a fin like that.
yeah, the first one I ever caught off of Palm Beach. Yeah.
Wow.
So, how you doing, Ron?
I am good. I was supposed to be hunting this morning, but went up to the lodge yesterday, and here my hunter unfortunately had a death in the family and
Oh no.
canceled his trip. So I've got the next 4 days off, and I am seriously considering tomorrow morning at about 4 or 5 o'clock of packing a bag and heading west, heading up into the Bighorn Mountains, grab my gun, bear spray, and cameras.
Cool.
Oh, that'd be cool. I look forward to
cool.
your
Yeah.
photos and videos.
I have not. I've flown my drone once in like 3 months, 4 months.
So bear spray, how does that work? I've heard of that, but
it's like it's almost like the police pepper spray, and it's in a canister, 6-8 inches high. It has a safety pin, and the thing of it is, when you use it, you need to, even though when you're using it, it's in an emergency situation, but you got to think about what you're doing with it. Number one, you got to make sure the bear gets close enough for it to work, and two, you need to think about wind, because if both those factors aren't there, it ain't going to do you any good.
oh my.
According to some of the experts, they say bear spray can actually be more work better than a gun. I don't know how, but I take both.
Well, I guess that depends on the size of the gun.
Yeah.
I mean, if you shoot a bear with a 9mm, all you're going to do is piss it off.
The one and only time I used it, it worked. It'll shoot about 15 yards, 15 to 20 yards max. If you have a little bit of a tailwind up behind you, obviously it's going to be a little more beneficial and carry a little bit further. But at least here the bear has to get close enough. Yeah.
No, thank you.
It seems like to me bear spray would actually be a last ditch effort.
No, the last ditch effort is make sure you have a buddy and kick him in the knees so he's the slowest one out.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is just trot a little bit. Your buddy.
Hey, Ron, have you had any near misses with a bear? Or
yeah,
close
calls? 2 summers ago in Yellowstone, I had a female black bear charge me. And
how close did it get?
About 15 yards. Yeah.
Wow.
I was hiking in grizzly country up in the Lamar Valley, which is on the northeast end of Yellowstone. Saw her, I don't know, 150, 200 yards away. I'm walking the trail back to the truck. I had been in heavy grizzly country for 3 hours. And now I'm 150 yards from the truck. Now I run into a bear on the way back. She really didn't charge. I think she kind of gave me a bluff charge. The rangers knew about her because she had a little white, like a diamond on her chest, like a little patch or whatever, and that's how they knew about her. And she saw me. Actually, when I was further away, I took a couple pictures and kept walking. Now I'm 200 yards away, pushing 250, and all of a sudden I turn around, she's gone, the cubs are gone. And then all of a sudden I see her cresting the hill coming up over them, like, uh-oh. So I had to pull the bear spray off my belt. It has like a little belt clip you carry, and had the camera in the other hand. And when I was 20 yards, 25 yards from the truck, and all of a sudden she popped up on the edge of the road. And I have it in my one video where she was pacing, trying to decide what to do. I'm like, oh crap. And then I saw her jaws starting to chomp. I'm like, that's an aggressive bear. So
did you have your GoPro?
I had the camera.
Was it running?
I had her pacing, but then when it was at a point where I see the jaws starting to chomp, I'm like, okay, camera down, bear spray up.
Right. Yeah. Can't imagine why. To put that in perspective, 15 yards is 3 big L's, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I mean, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine going through something like that.
She
really
was
couldn't.
small,
Yeah.
250, 300, but still a 250, 300 pound bear. Yeah.
Well, I got 50 feet to Big Al, Dennis. I walked over there, that day.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't think I'm going to go any closer,
No,
just in case. Because they can run.
Yeah.
Those big alligators can run too,
That's
Yeah,
what
they
I
can.
heard. I heard they're really fast on land. And how far can they go? Is it just short distances?
Well, I heard short distances. Yeah, but I don't know how short that means.
So, Ron, she had a white diamond on her chest.
Yeah,
Was that from her ex-husband?
probably.
Hey, I want to say good morning to Johnny Drone Flyer. He's in the house. Johnny.
Hey,
Chip,
Johnny. How you doing, buddy? Yeah.
If her ex-husband
Ken,
was
you're
any
right.
friend, he could have warned you there, Ron.
Ken's got the point there. You got to zigzag when you run.
Yeah.
That was a good one, Dennis. I like that one. But you're probably right.
He could have warned you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ron, stay away from that one.
Yep. She's vicious. Ask her ex-husband. Well, I'm glad you all had a good time at Spin Up, and wish I could have.
Yeah, it's too bad you couldn't go.
I
got to thank Brad again for my souvenir. Spin Up.
Yeah.
Don't Fly Alone coaster. Thank you very much, Brad. I love it.
He does nice
right
work.
Here, proudly displayed on my desk.
I thought yours was upside down there for a minute, Rodney.
Well, it was, but
And
then I turned it right side
I
up.
also have my other one too. Thank you very much, Brad.
I'm thinking to reconsider the trip to Florida in April.
Oh, cool. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, Ron.
Like I said, I'm trying to put all, save my money for Alaska and everything in August, but I might just go to one of my part-time jobs, work a couple extra shifts, take that money, put it aside, and say that's Florida money.
Yeah.
Well, that would be great to see you again.
That'd be good, man.
Yeah, but we're still on for February in Harrisburg, right?
That's the plan. Yeah, I gotta start looking at that and schedule things.
One Vision Ariel, good morning, and thank you for your support of our veterans.
Yes,
And,
for all you veterans out there,
he's looking a little blue today, or gray today, isn't he? I'm gonna have to fix that.
He is looking gray.
Now I'll just make him look blue.
Who's that?
One Vision
One
Ariel.
Vision Ariel.
400 AGL, good morning, my friend.
Yeah, Mel, it would have been great to see you as well.
Yes, I agree. Tropic USA, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mel. I got one of your. I want to say thank you to you too, because look what I got, Mel. I got one of your little buttons. Thank you for your donation.
Ray, are you still collecting patches?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got them. Yep, I just got one when I was in at Spin Up. I met a police officer from Baytown, Texas, and he just happened to have one, so he gave me one. It's right here.
Wow.
Actually.
Hey, I want to say
I
good
got it
morning
proudly
to Art.
displayed.
Art Carlson's in the chat.
Hey, Art.
This one. I'm trying to find it. This one right here. Baytown, Texas.
I'm going to post the link in the chat for about 30 seconds if anybody would care to join.
Yeah.
Please do.
Like Dennis's twin?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Ron, I hate to say this, because it's going to give you a big head. But, if you say you're coming to the South Florida drone meetup, I'm going to get a lot more people that want to come because you're going to be there.
Yeah, okay.
One Vision Ariel, thank you for your service there, shipmate.
Yep.
And then Ray, you have
Mr. Dre.
Hey,
Oh,
Hey,
nice
Dre.
shirt.
Hey, Dre.
morning, everyone.
Nice hat too.
Yeah, I
That's
found an
nice
opportunity to
Good
wear
shirt.
it.
Nice shirt.
He saw you on. He raced back to the bedroom, changed clothes.
Well, I'm going to admit I've had it right here, waiting to have an opportunity to wear it. So I finally happened to be up this morning, thanks to my dental work.
Oh, okay.
And,
Oh boy.
And I said, you know what? I'm up now. Let me see who's up. And I forgot about. I think Rodney would be on air. I'm thinking Johnny might be on. You know, 'cause I know sometimes I've caught him coming out of the gym. So like I say, and Rodney's on. So I said I will pay my respects to Mr. Bell. Thank him for his service. And sit in. And next you know, Cap pops in, Dennis pops in, Ron pops in, and all those in the chat. You know, good morning from the West Coast. Glad to see
Hey, Dre.
everybody here.
Dre, were you
Yeah,
in the military?
Yes, I served in the Marine Corps for
Well,
about
thank you
9
for
years.
thank you for your service, brother.
Wow.
Semper Fi, shipmate.
All right. I always joke with I have a brother-in-law who's in the Navy, and I always tell him, I said, well, you know, you guys were the blueprint for Uber.
I know. I know you
Fair.
guys don't consider the Army. You know,
If you stop and think about that, Dre, that is true. We did carry the Marines.
That's right.
Harley FPV, good
Harley
morning and
FPV.
welcome to the
Yeah.
chat, my friend. It was good meeting you at Spin Up this past weekend.
Is Harley FPV gray today?
Yes, he is, but that's about to change.
You know what? That was I like seeing on the interviews from Spin Up because I never picture Harley FPV of who he actually is. Couldn't put that picture of that man with that name, but you just never know.
I was supposed to serenade Harley FPV, but he didn't show up, so he missed out.
I think his first name is Greg. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Greg. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't catch his last name, but
I friended him on Facebook, and I already forgot his last name.
I'm pretty sure I did too. Of course, I better check that to make sure.
You know, I've always had so much respect for anybody who served, but I tell you what, I don't know if this is going to sound the wrong way, but I gained so much more respect when I worked on the military base in California. I mean, our primary job there is we were civilian contractors, and we provided air medical support for the U.S. military. And our primary goal was the soldiers got hurt. You know, we were probably 2 to 3 hour drive from a trauma center, so that's why we had a helicopter there. But one of our jobs was we helped train the soldiers. There were a lot of brand new soldiers that came right out of boot camp, and then came to Fort Hunter Liggett to train right before they went to Afghanistan and Iraq. And one of the things that we helped train them was to do medevac training. And the one day I remember they had this scenario set up in the mountains. We had 2 soldiers in the helicopter with us, and our job was to go out, land in a hot LZ, and get those 2 guys out, go over and get a simulated patient, and come back. Well, there's gunfire going on around us, and I'm like, I've been doing this work for 25 years. I've never landed in an LZ where there's gunfire.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so they tried to make the whole scenario so realistic, And that day there, we're sitting there. It's 105 degrees. You're underneath rotor blades. You've got jet fuel stinking. Now you got gunfire. It's like, whew, that just added the stress component,
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I want to say a quick hello to Michael Blade, FPV, Mr. Crowley, and his drone. Good morning,
Hey, there's
Sean.
Harley. How you doing, buddy?
There was one other, Mike Henrik. Good morning. He is looking a little gray, too.
Yes, he is.
That has been resolved. And to all the veterans out in the chat, I know Harley was one. there were several of them. I can't think of them all right now. But happy Veterans Day to you. Thank you for your service. And in response to Ron's little story there, I agree, One Visionary.
Fix the pucker factor tool. Yes, it does. It does. But it was fun, It was really neat. I learned a lot about the military in my 2 years there, and got to interact with a lot of the guys. A lot of the young soldiers did a lot of silly things. That's why we were there. One would see a rattlesnake, and one would think, "Don't play with the rattlesnake." No, they had to mess with the rattlesnake, and they got bit. They got a medevac ride to the local hospital.
You saying that reminds me of one in my younger days when I was stationed in Yokosuka. I know Dre will get a big kick out of this, but every time I'd go out onto the honcho when I was stationed in Yokosuka, I'd get drunk and I'd come back in. Of course, we had Marines guarding our gates. Of course, me being a sailor, them being Marines, use your imagination.
Not the best of friends, I guess.
Well, let's put it this way. I was stationed in Yokosuka with my dad, and the commanding officer of the Marine barracks there in Yokosuka calls him up one day and says, "Chief Bell, you need to do something about your son. Tell him to quit harassing my Marines." But in the end,
you were one of those, Rodney.
In the end, we're all on one team. It's just all good inter service rivalry. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Yep.
So Ray, is that actually your helmet?
Yeah, that's what I wore.
Ray was an MP. Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
thank you.
My dad was an MP.
Yeah.
He was an MP in France during World War II.
Huh.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Hey, Rodney, one of the funniest, you guys will love this story. One of my funniest stories in EMS, and especially out there on that military base, we had a part-time nurse. This guy, nice guy, but he was kind of ignorant. He was a bodybuilder, and he used to eat cabbage and broccoli and stuff, and everything that would make his stomach, be nasty. This guy used to fart all the time. It was bad, and I mean real bad. We're coming back from San Jose one day, and I had a pilot with me, a short little guy we called the Flying Hawaiian. He was from Maui. Great, super guy, but he had a temper. We're 10 miles from home, and all of a sudden, my nurse lets one go. Oh, my God. And Matt was so sick of this. He slammed the collective down as he's yelling a few obscenities. I almost felt like negative G's. Next thing you know, we're landing. We're like 8 to 10 miles from the base, and he's screaming, "Get out."
It's finally over.
What is that?
Dre, is that you?
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Not me.
It's me. There we go.
So he throws him out. And then the pilot looks at me and he said, "You got anything to say?" And I'm like, "It's 110 degrees. I'm in a Nomex flight suit. I'm in an air-conditioned helicopter. I ain't saying anything." So he picks up and we leave. We go home.
Wow.
And the pilot called his manager and told him what happened. I'm like, holy crap. Now we're out of service. This guy had to walk almost 10 miles back to the base. He comes to the security checkpoint. Yep. And he's in a flight suit, soaking wet, sweating, and he's trying to explain to the MPs, because we had to go through that checkpoint every day on our way to work, and they're trying to understand. So, say this again: you were in the helicopter, you started the fart, the pilot landed, he kicked you out. So they called us and said, they didn't believe him. They said, "You come down and identify him." So I drive down there. And I pull up there, and the one MP come up and said, "Do you know this gentleman? Does he work with you?" I'm like, Mm-mm.
Nope.
But I kept the straightest face as I could.
Oh,
I let it go on for about a minute. And then I'm like, yeah, this jerk works with us. And yes, that really did happen. But when I kept that straight face, I said, no, I don't know who this is. And they turned around, they were ready to arrest him. But he actually ended up, I guess, 2 or 3 months later. He was part-time at our base, but he worked down in Anaheim, and he ended up getting fired for it because he used to do it all the time, and the people just, they couldn't take it anymore. He ended up getting fired. Oh my gosh. That was funny though.
Hey, good morning, Wood Vision. Ariel, how you doing?
M. Drone 1, good morning, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark, what's happening, buddy? Thank you for coming in. I just invited him. Rodney.
Rodney, I'm assuming your work is not working today?
Yeah, today is a holiday for us. The company I work for is a government contractor, so we follow government holidays. And today, being Veterans Day, is definitely a holiday. So
4 thumbs down, Chris says.
All right, so One Vision's up in Carlisle, Illinois. All right.
good morning, Chris.
Howdy, Chris.
Thumbs down. I do have 4 thumbs down.
Chris, the man.
The
How
legend.
you doing?
Oh, really?
The man who he got everything going at Spin Up. That man can wire. I mean, I was amazed when I walked in that room. I don't know about you guys, but when I walked in that room and saw the production setup, I said, "Holy mackerel! This is like Hollywood."
Yeah, they needed 4 or 5 more wires in there. I'm convinced of that. I think 4 or 5 more wires, it would have been perfect.
and Chris, it was
you guys are good.
Such a pleasure meeting you, Chris.
It was. It was really good to meet Chris. It was good to meet Kai.
Yeah.
Rodney?
He was on Lloyd's show the other night. Lloyd texted me the next day after his show, and Kai said something to Lloyd about telling me to tell that Lloyd called him a wussy. And Lloyd goes, I didn't tell him to do that. That's all him. That was funny though. I walked up to Kai, and I looked up at him. That's the key word here. Look up.
I know.
And said, Lloyd Mendenhall says you're a wussy. And then I said, I'm not going to prove it though. That would have just been foolish. Anyway, he took it well.
Rodney is.
I could whip him with both of his hands tied behind his back.
Well,
maybe not even then. I'm not sure.
But
is he the real tall guy?
Huh?
Is he the real tall guy?
Yeah. He's 7 feet tall, I guess.
Beside Art. Yeah.
I love this picture of Johnny next to him.
You ought to see the picture of me next to him. I don't have that one on my computer, but man, I tell you what. Well, wait a minute. It should be in Facebook.
Dennis, you remember Keystone up near Mount Rushmore?
Sure, of course.
Yeah. They have gunfights up there, like street gunfights, and there's a guy that has, I want to say that Mopan syndrome. It's almost the same thing that Abe Lincoln had. He was 7'8".
Wow.
I went up one day and I said, "Anybody ever call you Shorty?" He goes, "Nobody had ever lived."
Yeah, that's a good picture, Rodney.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And now you would think Rodney's sitting down.
Yeah.
But I believe you're standing up, Rodney.
He was standing. I have a picture that's extremely. It must have been taken at the same time that shows, both of them on their feet. So.
Yeah.
And
But
Ken is right. Kai is huge, but he's a very nice guy. And we went to dinner after Spin Up was done, and he sat next to me and Jenny C, and we just talked and had a good old time. And good guy he is. So,
I mean, Kai is very, very intimidating. Really, I did the same thing, Rodney. Him leaning on my shoulder, but I was nervous. You know, when you're talking to him and you're looking up like that, you know, it gets me very, very nervous. And I don't get scared too easily.
So
Where
did you guys fly the second day?
well, Dennis and I went down with Chris Hope to
Pennybacker Bridge.
Pennybacker Bridge, and I got to fly the Mavic 3.
Oh, that's what Chris has, right? Or does he have the 4? Oh no,
Chris has the Phantom 4.
Yeah,
I need
Phantom.
more coffee.
I have the Mavic 4, but I can't talk about it.
No,
Okay.
Kelly Shores brought his Mavic 3 down there, and when we was doing our sunrise, and he let I think Al Duran flew it, and then he let me fly it. I took it up, took a look over to the clouds, you know, and then came back down because I just knew I was going to crash it.
What do you guys think of it?
First impressions was it's really quiet, especially when you start up
It was
the motors.
very
it's
quiet
really
taking off. Yeah.
Then when you take off, it gets a little noisy, but not really bad. And it seemed to fly real smooth. So,
Doesn't it have
Matt Bagwell, good morning.
like a rubber tips on the end of the blades? They're rubber.
I didn't notice that, but
Ray Kelly, tell us about it.
Yeah,
He doesn't have it
yet.
yet.
I don't have it yet, but I flew it also that
Oh, you
morning, and it was nice. It handled nice, you know.
No,
I like it.
Kelly said from the beginning, whoever won a lot of these prizes, also the Emacs, whoever won those, they'd be shipped
yeah,
to the winner.
So
Yeah.
I won an Emacs Tiny Hawk freestyle. So
Yeah,
I'm
you were
looking forward to
lucky. You were
getting that.
very lucky.
I
Rodney.
also Brad Alston. I'm gonna give Brad a plug here. Brad Alston made some coasters with the Spin Up logo and stuff on it, and I won that too. So I won twice.
Those are on slate. Those are really, really. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
those
are
are nice.
really nice.
Yeah.
In fact,
now, Rodney, you have the Mavic 2 Pro, don't you?
no, I have the Mavic Air 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a 2 Pro because I like to hear somebody's comparison from the 2 Pro and this new Mavic 3. Because you talk about how quiet it fires up. Because the 2 Pro is very quiet when it starts up. And
well, the 2 Pro and the 2 Zoom are exactly alike, and I can tell you that it was quieter than the 2 Zoom for sure.
Wow, that's awful quiet there. Because that thing doesn't make much noise at all when it starts up. And then basically, I always tell people if it's over 100 feet, you may not hear it.
I was standing, I don't know, maybe 30 feet from it, and I barely heard it.
Yeah.
Good morning, Uncle Bill.
I think Mark Fisher is back to being a DJI guy now. He's got the Mavic 3, and he flew it, and he loves it.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go grab me a cup of coffee. I'm gonna put Dre in charge.
Oh wow!
Oh, all right.
And,
oh no,
we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
You got that right.
Yeah, I thought this might be entertaining, so I'm gonna put Dre in charge, and I'll be back shortly.
All right, cue the Dennis clone.
Yeah, I have all the gear on today, so yeah, I'm representing the Rodney show here. And stuff,
well, congratulations on your promotion.
I know. It's just been a good month for me. I mean, I get promoted at work, and now I'm getting promoted on Rodney's show. First time being on it, I think, in probably about a year. And so I'm doing okay for myself.
All right, there you go.
That's good. That's good. No, that's Dennis. That's the most important thing. I what you said. What I wanted to hear, because everybody says how quiet it is, but most people who say how quiet it is doesn't have a comparable drone. Like I say, the sound of a Air 2 or Air 2S is quite a different pitch compared to the Mavic 2 Pro and this Mavic 3. And that's why I wanted to say. You said you were within 30 feet, you could hardly hear it, and that's a big difference, because I know in the air, the Mavic 2 Pro, like I said, once it gets above 100 feet in the air, if you're flying kind of easy, slow, cinematic type of flying, you won't hear that Mavic 2 Pro hardly at all.
Right.
It's just a very quiet burst. So yeah, that is could be a very big plus depending on what you're doing. You know,
it was also quieter on. Sorry if I stepped on you.
Go ahead.
Also quieter on the.
It's too bad we couldn't put up Sean's post, by the way.
The announcement tone, you know, do, you know, that tone.
Right. Uh-huh.
It sounds considerably different and considerably quieter. But I think I saw somebody posted, I don't know who it was, somebody posted a Startup Tones video or something yesterday. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but it's probably about that.
Yeah. Well, I know a couple of people who have had some gripes because the firmware is not where it should be at, which
they're all that way, right?
Right.
I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think Billy Kyle's video put it up there right away, saying that he didn't. The active. I mean, Billy Kyle did have the beta version of the active track, and it worked pretty good. But there were other people who were complaining saying their active track wasn't working, and other sensors may not have been working correctly. And my thing is, I don't own it myself, and I'm just going by the videos I've seen. But I think it would have been nice if DJI would have put a disclaimer in the box or whatever, said, "Hey, firmware coming, 122 to activate other features of this drone, so everybody won't get all excited."
I agree with that to a point, but if you're going to spend $3,000 for a drone, you better know how to do your own active track without the.
True. Like I say, people like those features. Like for me, even for the drones I have now, I've used Active Track maybe twice over the last 3-4 years, and that's just to see how it worked. Because I normally
sounds like complaining for the sake of.
What did you use it for, Dre? What did you use Active Track for?
I used it in a video. I did one with a car while I was following the car to put it in active track mode, and it followed the vehicle to a certain. That's with the Spark, way back then. And then I did it. I thought I was doing it correctly with my Mavic 2 Pro. Come to find out, I got to hit the record button. It was tracking perfectly. It hit record.
Yeah, that's one of the when the Skydio. I think it was the Skydio. One of those drones first came out. They had a feature that once you took off, it would start recording, period.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to stop it from recording. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You'd have to stop it from, or maybe it was when it went into when you put it into a certain mode and took off. I can't recall exactly the details behind that, but that was pretty popular. And it made me lean toward, maybe that's something I want, because I kept forgetting to record as well.
Right. So. Yeah. And it's like I tell people all the time, that's why you got to, force yourself into a routine a lot of times. And like I say, but when you do something out of the ordinary, like using a special feature, what they call them, master shots or whatever they call them nowadays, it throws you off your game a little bit, and you forget the stuff that you normally wouldn't forget because you don't.
Very nice,
use it
Rodney.
much.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is nice. That's nice. So
the color doesn't come out that great on your camera for whatever reason. Those are a silver gray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say, Rodney?
Those also coasters, or that some kind of button?
It's a coaster.
Oh, okay.
It's got pads on the back.
Oh, okay.
And it's made out of slate. And Brad Austin did it on his laser.
Wow.
What color would you say those are, Rodney? Am I wrong? Maybe I misremembered.
Charcoal gray.
Black.
Oh, black on the charcoal gray.
They're black with and where the letters, of course, are gray because they were engraved. But
I misremembered. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But it came as a set of 6 with a nice little rack to put them in. So, and that was the first prize I won. And then, what was it? The very next drawing,
It was too much for you to be that close to me, and I didn't win anything.
Well, some of us got, some of us
Oh,
don't.
that's not true. I did win Barry Markovitz's macadamia nut turtles or whatever they are. They're not turtles.
They sound tasty. I like.
They are. I've had one.
Well, Rodney, Cap, and Dennis, you guys are there. I know.
This is my drone.
There you go. I know that Place It Here said he got one of my shirts. Did you guys remember who else got some of the gear that I sent?
I don't remember. I know a couple of people did, I think.
Yeah, I saw a few people walking around with your hat. Let's see. I'm bad with names now.
Yeah, there and I had every intention. I was going to bring 4 hats with me. I was going to bring the hats you sent me, Dre.
I
was going to bring my Rodney Bell hat, my U.S. Navy retired hat, and what was the other hat? I don't remember what the other hat, but I was going to bring 4 hats with me, and I forgot all of them.
Yeah,
sounds like a girl.
But Dennis Love, or not Dennis Lovelady, but Chris Hope ended up giving me a hat. So I did have a hat, but it had nothing to do with drones.
Rodney,
yeah,
it's almost like a girl. Like, which pair of shoes should I bring?
I know. Well, I acquired,
just saying.
I've acquired so many hats. I've got a hat from Australia. I've got a hat from Ireland. I've got a hat from South Dakota.
The T-shirt. Yeah.
I got a hat from California. That's Dre's hat.
Yeah. Okay. Brad said he got one of my shirts. So good deal, Brad. I just want to find out who got them so I can just say, hope they enjoy them and stuff, and appreciate it. Because I sent 4 hats, 4 shirts, 4 coffee mugs, and 4 mouse pads.
Coffee mugs. Oh, I would have liked to got one of your coffee mugs.
Yeah. So I was just wondering. I didn't know how Kelly was going to give them away, and I think it was Maddie had told me that he had so much stuff that it was kind of like the afterthought in some cases that stuff got passed out, or I guess he said he had a table or people could walk by and grab what they wanted. So I wasn't sure if, maybe the wait staff got
it.
That's a good one, Brad. But no, I'll pass on
that. Make you 100 coasters for that Mavic 3.
I know.
Hey, that's a pretty significant trade there, Brad. That might work out.
Deal.
I mean, your coasters are beautiful, but I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this.
I'll pitch in an extra $1 per coaster there, Ray. Think about it twice.
Curtis Stark, welcome to the chat. Yes, Ron.
So can I share this quick video? No music. 1 minute long. To show you how, especially Dennis asked how close that bear was. This is with the Osmo Action, so there's no zoom. Share. This is from a couple of years ago. Put this on full screen.
Looks like a dandelion, not a bear.
Yeah.
Out in Yellowstone.
Very cool waterfall.
2 years ago. There was one picture of her. And then this video, it's like 2 seconds long. It's just her pacing in front of me, getting ready to cross the road. And that's when I put the camera down and right here, I think. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
She was, A deer scooped from a grasshopper. That was funny.
Hey, Ron, do you sell a lot of your photos?
No, what's his name? Hugh from. Let me get out of this here.
Asgard Studios.
Yeah.
Hugh.
From he what's it called? He was.
I told everybody you sell your photos.
Yeah, there's some photos, something or another.
I remember Lost Girl was on somebody's show. She said she sold one of her photos for like $1,000.
Yeah.
Really?
I remember
Wow.
that.
Yeah, to I think it might be a video clip. It's like she said like maybe 30-second video clip. She sold for $1,000 to a production company that wanted to use it for their show.
Wow.
Well, I see Ken Dono's over in Hawaii doing some kind of shoot for some production company.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Northeast Dronalist, good morning.
Yeah.
Hey, Barry, how you doing, buddy?
Good morning, Barry. Yeah,
Hey,
so
Barry.
that's why I like I said, I've heard a lot of people. I think it was Captain Drone was the first guy talked about how he always puts watermarks or something on his videos because I guess he had caught someone trying to use some of his footage in the past. But it always cracks me up why he puts stickers on everything he gets. And I said, now these people are sending you stuff to review. Why you put your sticker? Because you got to send it back, I believe.
It's all about marketing, Dre. All about
Is
marketing.
that what it is?
Ron, did you want to share something else, buddy?
What's that?
Did you want to share something else?
Oh, so I'm sorry. I forgot to stop screen.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, Mark just said that he sold a video to Amazon for over $1,000.
Very cool, Mark. Well, Mark is a professional. He really does quality photos and videos.
Oh,
That's
man,
for
some
sure.
of his you guys are talking about Mark Fisher, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The
Some of his
man, the
photos
myth,
are
the
just
legend.
fantastic. And he gets right down to it. I mean, he does wildlife. Some of his wildlife pictures are just crazy good.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm
saying. I hate to say it, guys, but I'm going to be flying with Mark on Tuesday.
Well, you enjoy yourself,
Cap. Jealous, Ray? Huh?
Well, it's one of those things where he wants to come with me, so I'm more than happy to have him. And anybody else who wants to come, we're going to Battleship Cove up in Massachusetts, Fall River, Massachusetts. We're going to film the battleship, I guess, and there's a submarine there and some other things.
Nice.
Hey, Rodney, if you don't mind, I want to take a quick second to shout out somebody, Mr. Curtis Dart. I just want to say, Curtis, I appreciate you. Appreciate all your comments. I'm not that thin-skinned type of character that gets a little offended, but yeah, I know where your heart was at, and I'm glad I was able to explain the scenario on that video for you. But welcome into this morning.
Oh, Curtis is in there?
Yeah, Curtis is in the room. He's up in the state of Washington, and I just want to let him know that, hey, I appreciate all the comments and give me an opportunity to explain what was taking place on that video.
I almost got to meet Curtis last summer, but I think he was working or something. I was right in his area. We did that motorcycle trip to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, he does the underwater drone now.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Control.
Yeah, he does. He's
got
a little niche for himself doing what he explained that the divers do, basically doing inspections of the boat hole. I mean, the boat hole holes.
Well, speaking of wildlife photography, if any of you guys or anybody in the chat ever goes to Yellowstone, feel free to contact me. I will hook you up with some people. There are a couple of photography groups out there. One in particular, they have walkie-talkies, radios, and there's probably 20 of them, and they all say on the same frequency, but they're in different locations, and they will constantly call out, "Hey, I'm seeing a bear here. Hey, I'm seeing elk here." So, and I've met a lot of these people. And unfortunately, we lost the one last year. The one guy, it just was, you guys probably heard about it. It was national news. The one guy back in April that was attacked by a grizzly. I met him last year, sat and talked to him for 2 hours. And then this April or May, I met up with the group again. And the one guy said, "Did you hear what happened to him?" And I'm like, "No." He said he was attacked by a grizzly yesterday. And then they airlifted him to Idaho Falls, and he died the next day in surgery. The guy was only like in his 40s. Nice guy, big photographer. Yeah. But
You know, I'm a firm believer that all our days have been picked already. I really feel that. You know, sad to say, but we're all gonna get there one day.
yeah,
That's why you got to live every day like it's your last.
Ray, I became such a believer, so much more in that with my accident 2 years ago, and I'm 60 mile an hour sideways on black ice, and I've got an 18-wheeler coming at me, and I knew once I'm impacted, there was no way I was gonna survive that. Strangest thing I ever did in the world, but I just took that 1 second, and it was weird how so many things go through your mind in like a millisecond. And one of the last things that I thought about is like, you know what? It's not been a bad life. But then I yelled out loud. I said, I'm done. And as soon as I said that, my vehicle whipped to the right. And I remember seeing his lug nuts of his, the big front tire.
Yeah.
Seemed like they were 6 inches from me. I mean, literally. And then I hit that bridge wall. And I'll never forget that. But
Well, you were lucky. You were very lucky. God was watching over you.
Yeah, he said, nope, today's not your day, buddy. We're going to make you torture the people on Rodney's Saturday morning coffee a couple more days.
And now you've done that, so you better watch out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hope we all have much more in us.
Yeah.
I want to be flying drones at 100.
I'm not sure I want to be around that. It might be a little dangerous. Oh God, here comes Ray again. He's got a drone.
Well, looky here.
Hey, Matt. How you doing, buddy?
Matt,
Hello.
man down under.
Gentlemen.
This
What about
has
me?
become a routine twice in 1 week.
You're all gentlemen in my view. It's how are you, Dennis? How are you, mate? Lovely to see you.
Great to see you, Matt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Ray Kelly. Haven't seen you for a long time, mate.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, mate. Thanks for popping on yesterday too, Rodney. And of course, Recovery One Drones. Always a pleasure to see you there. And Ron,
You're
whatever.
right. Send me an invitation real dark 3 in the morning. I'm thinking it's for the show at night, and he's on it. I'm walking in my office, you guys, at about 6:30 in the morning. Turn on my computer and everything else. And I'm getting this invitation on my phone. Oh, join me live StreamYard. I'm like, okay, I'll see you tonight. And I go online and said, he's on live now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, yesterday I'm at work and he pops on and I'm like, oh, well, so I go out and get in my truck just so I can go on to his live stream real quick.
Yeah,
I couldn't stay as long as I would have liked to because I was at work, of course, but it was kind of cool to see Matt that early in the morning.
Yeah. No, you stayed on for the right amount of time. That was about people have had enough by them. So yeah, you did take off at the right time. So that was good. That was right, mate.
all righty.
So you're saying I was
Matt, I
He said
remember.
Rodney popped into the PG version of the show.
Yeah.
he's just shaking his head.
Hi, Ken Hoffbauer.
Hey, Dennis, how are you?
Hey Ken.
I'm great. How about you, sir?
Hey, Rodney. Hey, Dre.
Hey,
No,
I recognize that shirt.
I
Yeah,
was going to say,
look quite spiffy on you. We can shoot about 9 holes today.
I like it. Good looking shark. Thank you.
Good. Well,
Ken.
you're welcome, partner.
Who is Ken? I haven't met Ken before.
Place it here.
There's a reason. You don't introduce everybody in your family, everybody you meet.
They don't want me to know you yet.
Can't choose your relatives, Dre.
Well, you can't choose those, so you just keep them hid.
What was the name of your channel, Ken? Sorry, mate.
Place it here.
I've seen that. I have seen that.
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
the chats mainly. I don't come on video very often unless I just get a wild hair up my, you know what.
Yeah. Well, Dre should actually take a letter out of your book, to be honest. But he's coming on.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Third Eye View. Dennis and I had the pleasure of meeting him at Spin Up. We were doing our
That's
Saturday
right.
sunrise,
Yeah.
and he showed up there. He is prior Army, so
Yes.
thank you for your service there, shipmate.
Good deal, Third. I appreciate you getting that shirt, man. Good deal.
Yeah, are you back home, Ken?
Not yet. I'm still in Louisiana, but we're dying down real quick. I'm probably going to finally get to go home next week, so I can't wait.
Oh, wow.
That'll be great.
I've been on the road since February 26th.
Yeah, that's what I said. I remember you telling us your story, how you travel about doing the ATM work, right?
No, that's Brad.
No,
Actually.
Brad does ATM work.
I'm a manager of insurance adjusters, so a lot of you guys don't like me because we don't buy your roof sometimes. But I
love guys like you.
Right.
I love people like you.
Yeah, you're right.
It means you bring work to people like me. Hey, we need to get some drones up there to take shots of those roofs.
Exactly. I wish these insurance companies would incorporate it more into their program. It'd be a lot better.
Well, I was talking to a buddy of mine who works down in Louisiana, and he has a tree trimming and roofing company. And I was just speaking to him about introducing drones to his workflow. And I said he's very interested in looking at it. And I said, because I know he deals with the insurance companies firsthand, and pictures are, I always say, worth 1,000 words. So I told him, I said, you get a drone process in your workflow, it cuts down on your liability as far as getting people up on the roofs and everything else, that you can take pictures with a drone and still accomplish what the insurance companies or whoever else you're working with are looking for. So, so I can say, I wish more insurance companies would open their doors, or if it's a third party or even in-house, people, even like a Rodney Bell, Dennis, I don't know what they do, or even Cap, retired. I'm going to retire in about 4 or 5 years. This is something we can still do. We want to sit at home, but I can go out there and work for an insurance company and shoot photographs of damaged property very easily. Don't have to work 9 to 5 every day, but hey, you give us a call, says, hey, I got some properties here and there, need some shots of it. Call up Mr. Lovelady in his area, call up Mr. Bell over there, and call Captain Ray Kelly, depends on what state he's in at the time. Or in between. Let's put Ray Kelly in the whole Eastern Seaboard. He can probably cover all of that for everybody else.
Yeah, actually, I disagree with you, Dre. He's too busy being down in Florida fishing.
Well, like I say, even fishing. I said, what better way to get to some property but from the water?
Well, see, that just goes to show you there's a good perspective for everything, isn't there?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
hey, Ron.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, Dre, I took some nice shots today.
I saw that, Matt.
What? An itchy face. I took some nice shots today, Dre.
Yeah, I see your glass in your hand.
Matt, talking about some of your last minute pop in live streams that day last summer when I'm 70 mile an hour on the motorcycle and I've got the phone mounted on the handlebars. 70 mile an hour, and all of a sudden I looked at my phone and on Messenger, it's Matt North. So I had my Bluetooth helmet on and I answered him, what are you doing?
That's where you went to Snake River Canyon. And we ended up going live that night, mate. Live. And there was no clickbait whatsoever because you were actually there for a change.
Yeah.
That was a great night, mate. I really did enjoy that and having a look where you were and where you were flying. And when you did release the video, it was very disappointing. But anyway, we knew where you were.
Oh, I love those backhanded compliments.
I've been taking some heat this week.
Yeah.
No, it was nice, mate. It really was.
Oh, man.
Well, the iPad finally kicked me out, Rodney. That's what happened. Something happened with the iPad Mini 5.
Uh-oh.
Now, is that the 6th generation, 7th generation iPad there, Cap?
The iPad Mini 5. So now I'm back on my MacBook Air.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, question, right? I'm doing up this studio room of mine, right? And I want to put some shelving up, right? And these, what do they call them? Floating shelves, right? So they just go into the wall and just got the shelf there, basically, right? Has anyone got any of them in any of their rooms? I want to have a look at them.
Well, whenever you're in California, you can stop by and see the ones I put in my daughter's room.
I'll pop over and check that out.
Yeah.
What's your availability?
He built shelves in the wall right there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I do want to check some of I look, there's so many lighting things to do and so many different things. Look, I love lighting. I do. And outside I've got this Bali hut thing going on. It's got all these colourful LEDs and all that sort of stuff and just I don't know, add to it. And I see a lot of rooms now and they're doing with these smart lighting where you can walk in and go, turn on the lights in the whatever room and off it goes. There's lots of that stuff to look at too, so
I think, sorry, didn't mean to step on you, but what I think you ought to do, Matt, is come to the United States and visit all of these homes, especially those in this crew here, and make sure that you make the right decisions when it comes to shelves and that. I think it's good research.
I agree.
And Matt, you would love Florida. I'm just telling you, you would love Florida. The beaches are nice. The fishing is great. The boating is great. The kayaking is great. Should I continue?
Yeah, continue. What about the people? What are they like?
Oh, no, forget the people.
Raise an example.
A lot of New York down there.
I want to put him in the four-wheeler and see if he screams like a girl.
No, you wouldn't enjoy me grabbing your leg, mate. Let me tell you, I would rip it off.
he didn't say grab the frame and hang on. He just grab your leg, right?
Grab your leg on. It's already got fingernail marks in it from earlier last year. So we've all seen that photo.
So
Dennis,
you're gonna. I don't mean to cut you off, Matt.
That's happened twice tonight, Dennis and Ray.
Well, I'll let Dennis and Captain Ray know. Even on Matt's own show, we make him raise his hand when he wants to speak.
I do. What are you?
That's a good idea.
That's the one. That's the one. Everyone's seen that one.
And I remember coming around that same corner with Dennis. I'm like, all right, Dennis, you need to start screaming now. And he's like, okay, hold on. Let me see how well I can do this.
That's the corner that was renamed the Artco S Bend. Is that the one? Yeah.
Same one. Yeah. You remember your fake scream, Dennis?
Hey.
So, and my wife was in the back seat saying, okay, when do we start? So
back there going, woohoo!
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I have to say, the best stream that I've seen in the years I've been watching now is the one with Dennis. I'm not just saying it because he's in the stream, but when he and his wife were in that balloon.
That was amazing.
Really cool.
That was the best live stream that
I was blessed to be a part of that. That's all I was, just a part of that. That's amazing. Just amazing.
You and Chu Mean were the stars.
Just because of our situation, though, it was just an amazing day.
It wouldn't have been that good if it hadn't have been for you and your wife in that balloon.
Okay. The answer to John's question, Mr. JRC, is no. We were not. Neither one of us was frightened at any time during that thing. It was. We had a great pilot, and we knew it, and very skilled. So
let's look at this cat. Let's look at the disclaimer on the end of the movie, isn't it? Where
she loves having her chin scratched.
One of the most funny videos that I've ever seen was the one on Matt's stream when Chris Hope delivered a pizza to Ron.
Oh yeah, he tried to deliver the pizza, but Ron, why is this all foggy? That sucks. But Ron, in his ultimate wisdom, this just goes to show the integrity of the man, though. Really, when it comes down to it, is that I didn't pay for that, and I'm not going to accept it. So good on you for that, Ron. That was very well done. I was going to go somewhere else with that, but I'm on Rodney's show, so I'll just keep it on. Was it a finger, Ron? What finger was that, Ron?
When I got the pizza dude to come back.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. But he came on the live stream.
He came on the live stream. That was
They still talk about it to this day. Every time I go in there, they're like, "Hey, do you still talk to those guys from Australia?"
Yeah, that was fantastic. That was a really, really fun live. That was, and trying to line that up over the 2-week period where me and Chris were,
The funny thing is, during like prior to the pizza getting there, I could, I didn't recognize it then, but after it all happened, I was watching the live stream and watching your face, and you had this look like, where the hell is this pizza?
Yeah, man. Yeah, and then you'd already, and this is the thing, right, guys? People probably know this story, but me and Chris were lining this up for 2 weeks, and I was on the phone to Ron during the weeks and finding out what pizzas he liked and all that sort of shit, and where he gets his deliveries from and all that sort of thing. Now, on these live shows over the past 2 years, he's been coming on my live shows, and not once has he ever had a pizza, right? But we've organised this pizza for this night. And what does Ron pull up? A piece of pizza. I quickly ring Chris and I go, "Oh, he's already got a bloody pizza." So anyway, it went from there.
Wow.
And then
That
caused the confusion. That caused the confusion, Ron.
Yeah.
Because you'd already got a pizza and you thought that they'd doubled your order and all sorts. So that's what actually caused all that kerfuffle.
When Chris called them back and said, "Listen, my friend in South Dakota, the idiot, didn't realize that we bought this pizza for him."
Yeah.
And they're trying to understand this story.
Yeah, the look on your face was priceless, mate. It was like,
when are you getting back to Florida, Ken?
Yes, sir.
When are you going back to Florida?
I'm supposed to come back hopefully next week is what I'm hoping.
All right.
Oh, shit.
I'll be looking forward to hooking up with you.
I'm going to clean up the house, and then I'm going to start coming down to you every other day. I'm going to come visit you.
Dennis, still my favorite picture.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
When are you coming to St. Augustine?
I'll be up there on the 26th to the 28th.
We'll have to do a family event again.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Hey, Ken. Sorry, mate. Can you give me your channel name again, please?
It's Place It Here. It's hard to find. I got to figure out a way to make it easier to find.
Hang on a second. Let me get a link to it, and I'll share it with you guys.
Place It Here drone. I'll put. It is about.
It's just Place It Here.
Ah. And let me tell you, Ken can fly. We flew last year up in St. Augustine. And man, he was up, he was out, he was over this fort that's right there on the intercoastal.
One over the fort. I was next to the fort.
Well, you know what I mean.
It is hard to find, isn't it? Shit.
Hang on a second, though. I got it.
Wow.
But that's a great video. That video you put up on that was a great video.
That was a fun day. And
you learn, you think you know everything. Well, I don't. But you taught me something that day, and that's to keep filming, rather than do clips.
Everybody likes doing it differently. I like to do one long clip, and then I cut it where the good stuff is, and then I move them around to make it make sense, and then do my transitions. I'm not really good at editing at all, but it works.
Yeah, you got two camps on that. Hush your mouth, Matt. I'm talking. But you got two camps on that. You got some folks say, "Oh, line your shots up and video." But I learned for a couple of film classes I took in college that keep the camera rolling because you never know where the money shot's going to come. So if you got that camera still rolling at all times, it might be something unintentional that might be the money shot for you.
Right.
So
well, I'll tell you something, Dre. You can go on with that train of thought. I think
Matt, did you raise your hand?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. Make sure Rodney recognizes you before you speak next time.
Was out afraid. It's Matt. It's Matt here. Yeah.
Hey,
the only reason
there's no controlling this sausage.
You always got to, Rodney's military. We always got to maintain some kind of order. We just don't let everything run amok.
Yeah, but not even the military can contain Matt.
Yeah.
The Australian army won't even approach him. So bad.
Right.
The floor is yours,
Hey, folks.
Matt.
I'm sorry, but I have to drop.
All right,
I hope-
Dennis. Thanks for
Hey,
popping
Dennis.
in, brother.
Bye, Dennis.
Hope you all have a
Always
great
good seeing
day.
you, Dennis.
You too, my
Good
friend.
to see you all.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the day I meet you, Matt, however that happens. See you guys.
Nice stuff. See you, mate. Oh, look, I'm not
Copper
even going to
State
say what I was
Aerial
going to say now.
Photography. Good morning.
Dre.
How's it going, Mike?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Anyway,
I'm looking at a place at here. How many videos we got up here? Let's have a look.
Oh, I don't have that many.
Okay. Yep.
Matt, what is the current state of travel in and out of Australia right now?
You can come into Australia as long as you've been vaccinated. I mean, you've had COVID, so you don't need vaccination. But anyway, we won't go there. God damn it. You know? Idiots. Anyway, apparently you're safe. So you can fly, and we got international flies coming. Now, whether that is actually returning Australians or not, I don't know. You'd have to really sort of look into that for that sort of information. But we are receiving international flights again. So because they're all reaching these 80% double stuffed up vaccination things. Oops.
I hope to get there one
Ray,
day.
you got one of these, didn't you?
Yeah, I got one of them. Yep, it's right here. I just happen to have it right here.
That's
Yeah.
Aldrin's bag.
what is it?
That's
Aldrin's
Aldrin's bag.
You went to spin
Camera,
up again.
well, drone accessory bag, I guess it's called.
For now, I got all my stickers in it that I got from Spin Up.
I had my Femi mini in it yesterday, but
You say
Hey,
you
I
had a
won this.
Femi.
I didn't win the Mavic 3, but I won this.
That's that
I-
battle drone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got 2 of them.
nice. Yeah. Did you try flying it, Ken?
Yeah, I put batteries in them and everything. One of the adjusters is staying in the house with me here, so I've been making him fly it so I can keep knocking him out of the sky.
Cool.
Boy, it's nice to be a manager, isn't it?
It's fun.
Oh, you're flying the Mavic Air 2. Mavic Air 2 2S, Ken?
I have a Mini 2 and I have an Air 2S.
Air 2S, that's the one.
And
That's
actually,
one.
yeah, that video that's on my page, that's the headliner, is that's with the Mini 2.
Oh, no, I'm looking at your video from Spin Up.
Oh, okay, that's Air 2S.
Oh, you posted a video on that, Ken?
Yeah, short one.
I didn't get notified.
Well, you have to hit the bell.
I think
You have to
it's
subscribe too,
Yeah.
Ray. I'm going to subscribe because and this is what I do when I subscribe to a channel is I actually watch the video, because if you do that, the subscription counts. You know, a lot of people go, I'll subscribe to you and just don't go back again. And that subscription counts, and then it goes, boop, boop, see you later. And they take it off your channel. That's what happens all the bloody time. So anyway, I'm just watching this here. So this was taken with the Air 2S. So what editing software are you using with that blown out bit of white there?
If I'm in the field, I just use the DJI editing software on the Fly app. If I go home, I put it on my laptop and I'll do it in Filmora.
Filmora, okay.
I got the bell checked off. What's going on here?
Ken,
Yes, sir.
can I share that video?
Sure, absolutely.
I'll keep the sound off, but
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
can
man, look at that. Look at reverse droning. Oh, nice, Ken. Nice.
Ron Brown there. What have we got here? Who else we got there?
Rodney, are you officially monetized now?
no, not yet. I still have to get 4,000 watch hours.
Wow.
You'd be
But
close to
I
that,
haven't
wouldn't you?
decided if I want to be monetized or not.
You know what, Rodney?
Marco and myself.
At the stage you are in YouTube, it's absolutely worthless.
Wow.
If you-
Look at this clock tower. Nice.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Matt.
It is, mate. It is, because you might get between 6 cents and $6 a year, maybe. It's
Well,
just
that's
monetization.
$6.06 more than I have now.
Then you're
That's
going to pay
actually a
tax on that.
plus.
Yeah, but what tax do you pay on that there, brother? You're stuffed.
Well, yeah, that's true. Taxes would take 99% of that.
All right. Oh, whoops. Hang on. I didn't press subscribe.
Great
It's gone to the
video,
next
Ken.
video.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah, it's a nice orbit.
Mhm.
It gets a little stuttery at one point. I was trying to practice.
It does. And that's because of your left stick, mate. In left stick. And this is what I tell people when they do orbits. Don't ever adjust with your left stick. Adjust that speed with the right one and it won't be jerky.
You're right.
Anyway, that's a
Now, when you guys were flying out back, there was a little interference.
Uh-oh. War of the drones.
Well, you guys got to be careful about Matt's advice. Remember, he's from down under where the toilet swirls opposite direction. So when he says
That's
use
right.
the left stick, it's just the right stick for us.
yeah, that's right. I'll give you plenty of stick, mate. Plenty of stick.
Cool video.
Mavic 2 Pro gimbal dropping when it's pitched forward.
Now, who has the video with all the drones in the air at one time? I seen the still shot. There's like
Yeah,
6 or 7 drones in the air. Did anybody videoing that little activity?
I think Maddie has that.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, can I just ask a question here?
I want to say good morning to Mendez Drone Ops. Good morning, Jose.
Or I
Morning,
won't.
Mr. Mendez.
Either either. Doesn't really matter, I guess.
Next time you post something, brother, you'll be blue instead of gray.
Nice. Very nice video, Ken.
Thanks.
I just liked it.
Is that somebody's Evo 2?
Yep. They had an Evo 2 out there.
Yeah.
See, the guy flying the Evo 2 was Third Eye View.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
Rob.
you-
Rob, yes. He's the one that Dennis and I met on Saturday morning. They popped over where we were at doing our sunrise. So,
can I just ask a bit of a question here for One Vision Aerial here? Has anyone had any issues with the Mavic 2 Pro gimbal dropping when it's pitched forward? I'm talking. Are you talking about in sports mode? Are you talking about normal flight, just as you're flying forward, or what? And what does the gimbal do? Dropping. Oh, so it drops. Okay. Interesting. I haven't had any troubles with mine. It seems to behave itself pretty well.
Videos, Ken. I'm gonna have to go watch them later.
I'm going to have another look at one at Ken's videos. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at place to hit live stream. Are you live streaming from your drone, Righto?
I'm trying to mess with the audio because it's on an iOS device. And I tried earbuds yesterday. It was a little better, but it was still real staticky.
I know that was it. Uncle Bill. He does a pretty good job of live streaming from his was it Air 2 he has or something like that. One of the drones. He's got pretty bad.
Live streaming from the Air 2, that sunrise live stream I did this morning was with the Air 2, and I couldn't. While I was at Spin Up, I was trying to get it to work, and I got home and I set it up the same way I did in Austin, and it worked just fine. But I think that's because I was here on my home network. So
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Uncle Bill.
That's a house.
Speak of the uncle himself.
Speaking of the devil,
I want to call him that.
Good morning.
good morning, everybody. How you doing? Hi, Ray. Hi, Ken. So
Hey, Bill.
Matt,
Hello,
Ray,
Bill.
Ron.
Good morning. Well, the question for you, Uncle Bill, right off the bat, how are you able to stream so smoothly and other folks were having trouble?
T-Mobile, I guess. I don't know. And actually, when I was down there, I was using my Mini 2.
Are you on
Yeah,
Android
me too.
though?
Yeah, I mean, I've used both, and it. You know what? I don't think it matters because it's all about the device you're using,
Right.
and the app because it's just picking up whatever your drone is throwing at it. So it could be any drone. It doesn't really matter. I mean, the video might be better from the Air 2S than it is from the Mini 2. A little better quality, but really shouldn't be because it's only transmitting 1080p at 5 megabit per second, so it's only going to be what it is.
Right.
And it's a good thing it worked because I kept forgetting to hit record.
We were just talking about that earlier.
Can I ask a
Hit
question?
record.
Can I ask a question? And look, I haven't really looked into and I haven't flown the Air 2S. I haven't played with the footage at all with the Air 2S, so I can't really comment on the quality of it. But I want to know why people think the Air 2S is better than the 2 Pro.
I don't think anybody says it's better. I think it's just because of the size difference. It's more portable,
Right.
And the flight times.
The reason I think it's better is because I own one and I don't have a 2 Pro, so it's great.
Yeah, okay.
Air 2S is better because it's cheaper.
Yeah, it is cheaper.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I have heard people going, "This is look." I'm sick and tired of this catchphrase. Mavic 2 killer or Mavic Mini killer or Skydio killer. That sort of is redundant in my eyes. But I have heard a lot of people say that the Air 2S is better than the Mavic 2 Pro. And as I said, I haven't played with the footage. I can't really comment on on punching in on images and having a look at them or anything like that. So I don't know. Is it because they've got different flight features? Have they got different quick shots? Because they have got some pretty amazing automated flights on that Air 2S. Some really nice stuff. And Bob Casey did do that on his channel, and I checked some of that out. It was nice, very nice flying by the drone. Which the Mavic 2 hasn't got. But if you're not after that, who knows? But I was just wondering what the opinion is on why it's better.
Well, the 2, does it do 5.4?
Well, you know what? Basically, it does, but it's capped out at 4K 30.
4K 30. So we got 4K 60.
That's excellent. Yep, that is good. Yep.
There is one. That's one thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell people the Mavic 2 Pro, the ability to be able to still shoot in 10-bit versus 8-bit, and also shooting in D-Log is a whole different ball game. Also,
The Air 2S does that as well.
Well, I'm going to say, it does. Yeah, the Air 2S shoots in log. Yeah, and that's 10-bit as well, isn't it?
And 10-bit, yeah.
10-bit.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
And the battery.
Yes, Ron. Ron has his hand up.
Ron, the man from Wyoming.
Do you need to pee?
I got to go in a couple minutes, but I got a question for you guys and anybody in the chat. I am going to watch the Mavic 3 for a while. Ray, I'd love to hear once you get yours what your thoughts are. But in the event I do, I want to sell my Mavic 2 Pro, which is a little over a year old. 4 batteries, some ND filters, and the smart controller, and a regular controller. I'm just curious what you guys think from a price standpoint, what might be a good selling price for all of that. I said smart controller, regular controller, drone, and 4 batteries.
That all depends on are you selling it to me?
I think you should give it to your best buddy, me.
$200.
Exactly, Ken. You got it.
Now, so Ron, that's always the dilemma for people who have like yourself and I and Matt that have a Mavic 2 Pro is the fact that when you start looking at batteries, smart controllers, and everything else, you're already at $2,500.
I know.
But
I know I'm going to take a loss on it.
And like I said, that's I'm cutting you short at $2,500 because, like I said, the batteries are $150 a pop. So you're talking about standard buying one, you get 1 battery. You got the combo pack that already puts you at what $1,800 if you buy a combo pack for it. The smart controller is another $700-800. Like I said, you're already over $2,500. So. That's the only thing. When you sell it off like that, and somebody said, "Well, I'm gonna spend $2,500 on this," I might as well go buy that.
Right.
Well, I can go buy the Air 2S for half that and still get a smart controller with it, a used smart controller from somebody else, and the batteries. So that's always the downfall of selling some old gear.
That's enough, Dre. Right.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Right. I'm going to reach through this screen.
Ron, I would think the price point, in my opinion, would probably need to be between $1,500 and $1,800, somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
I would sell the smart controller separate.
That'd be a good idea.
And you're not really selling it at a loss because you had the use and the enjoyment of it all this time, and you can't really put a price on that,
Right.
Like I was sitting here thinking I gained 6 subs while I was down there at 6 whole subs when I was down there at Spin Up. So I started calculating. Actually, the trip cost me that cost me about $250 a sub. But that's got nothing to, I wouldn't trade that Spin Up for anything. I had a great time, and I wish you were there, Dre.
Yeah, like I said, I have family there in Austin area, and then down in San Antonio, which is only about an hour and a half away, I think it is. And I say normally my family gets together at Thanksgiving. That's like a tradition. So depending on the timing of the next Spin Up and Thanksgiving next year, I plan on being in the area.
Yeah, Ron should have been there. You should have flown in from Australia. You all should have been there.
I wish I could have.
Yeah,
it would have been that much more fun.
It was definitely a lot of fun.
I get it. Give a public thank you to Bill. He got up real early, actually very early, and brought me to the airport. Thank you, Bill.
That's okay. I had nothing else to do at 2:30 in the morning, right?
Ooh, that's friendship.
He was going anyway because he also was bringing the.
Well, and then you shoved money in my hand like I was a slut.
Well, I'm a big tipper.
There you go, Cap. There you go, Cap.
Bill, you did enough community service at Spin Up to last you a year.
You know what? I looked at it this way. I drove Ray. I drove the Toto Brothers. I drove Art. But that just meant more time to spend with these guys. So I enjoyed it. I really did. I didn't enjoy the highways going through Austin so much. I kept missing turns and stuff. But aside from that,
highways are always a sore spot when you're traveling.
Well, there it's like you're driving and say go straight, go straight. Okay, steady. Like you have no to the left, to the right, to the left, and it really splits off quite a bit, And they actually had Ray. Well, how about funny was that? I missed the one turn, and then right away there was a turnaround, and it was actually a paved. Like they created a turnaround around the bridge. Like how many people must miss that turn? That the city of Austin actually. That's all this thing is for. There's actually you stay in the left lane, and it hugs around the bridge abutment. And then there's a left, and it's like, is that for me? And it looks like you're going the wrong way down the street, but that's all it's for is to turn around and get back on the highway again.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, it was weird. There's a couple of them. I've used them.
Well, New Jersey has some weird turnarounds too. They're different.
Yeah.
And people. I did grow up there,
Hey guys, I'm gonna pop out. Everybody have a good day.
All right, Ron, you have a good one, brother.
Take care.
And
we'll see you see you Saturday, I hope.
Yeah. I don't know. I may or may not be in some. If I leave tomorrow morning, I'll be
Houston
out of cell service. So,
well, be careful up around those bears.
Okay. You too, Matt. We'll see you.
See you, Macy, in the hills, eh?
All right, guys. Have a good day.
All right,
Bye-bye.
you too, Ron.
All right.
Bye-bye, Ron. Have a good day.
Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this one.
Outstanding show, Rodney.
I just want to ask Dre something. Do you still want to reach through the screen, mate?
You know what, Matt? I'm that type of guy that one day you get a knock at the door. And it may not be me, but it'll be from me.
Hey, Dre.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to thank you, brother, for popping in this morning.
I wish I could more often. Like I said, this is one of those weird things. My tooth woke me up early this morning, and I said, let me get up. And I'm walking the house, I'm trying to find some floss and stuff. And I said, let me click on the computer and see what's going on. And here's your show. So,
well, I'm going to have to say this. I'm glad your tooth was hurting you then.
Yeah. So I appreciate seeing everyone. Not too often I get a chance to socialize with the early morning crew from the East Coast and stuff. And it's good seeing Uncle Bill, Captain Relly, Ken. Good to see you again, partner. Matt, we'll talk about it later. And Mr. Rodney Bell, I always appreciate you, sir.
Well, thank you. And we appreciate you. And again, happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service.
For all the veterans out there. Good
All
deal.
right, guys.
Thank you for your service, guys. Hey, Rod, I've never been in here before. I kind of like it. You got a nice place here.
Oh, thanks.
I don't think you've never had me in.
Has he got dirty nostrils?
Haven't you ever been in before? I'm pretty sure you have once or twice.
Have I?
I think so. I'd have to go back and look. You're not very memorable, you know.
I had a great time with you, by the way. It's been up. You're quite the gentleman. And
well, I had fun with you too. I mean, it was great seeing everybody again. Of course, Bill and I had met down at the South Florida meetup, and I was really looking forward to meeting this Ken Hoffbauer guy.
Yeah,
but he was a no-show.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed meeting you.
I enjoyed meeting you too, Ken. I'm glad I finally got to meet you. And Ray, of course, it was always good to see you again.
Good to see you, Rodney. You know that. You're one of my heroes.
Well,
I'll tell you one last thing before you kick off. It's kind of cool how much hugging there was going on. For guys that have never actually physically met in person, there was a lot of man-to-man touching going on.
I look at it. This is the way I feel about it. We're all a big family, and even though we've never seen each other, like Matt and I has never seen each other in person.
Dangerous is a
can't see him now.
We're just like brothers. So
there you go. Yeah.
And Matt has been on my live streams pretty much from the beginning.
I have too.
Yeah. So definitely, if he ever comes to the States or I come to Australia, we're definitely going to hug each other.
That's a bucket.
You got a room.
If he tries to kiss me, though, that's where I draw the line.
What do you think, Ray? We should do a boat trip to Australia sometime.
Gee, mate, that's all right.
So,
he wants to kiss Rodney. Kiss him.
No. I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm not into it, but the heat of the moment thing,
Quite the gentleman. You got Uncle Bill on the payroll, Rodney? I can't say, John, if I do or not.
You don't need to.
Bill, the check's in the mail.
You don't need to. Believe me.
Anyway,
me.
The way everybody in this community, I mean, the drone community, and this probably the same for any of the many different communities out there. Oh, Matt, I'm sorry. Goodbye, buddy.
Okay, bye, Matt. We'll see you again.
Bye, Matt.
We're all one big family. Not always happy, but we're one big family, and it's like meeting long lost relatives, if you ask me. So.
And Ken, I'll see you on the 27th or so. Somewhere around the 27th.
You'll see me before that. Don't you worry.
Ray, are you waiting for the M3 to show up first before you come down here?
Bill, I'll see you before that.
Are you
Rodney, I'll see you in April.
Not hearing me.
I'm ignoring him.
Ray,
are you waiting for the M3 to show up before you come down here?
I hope to get it. I don't want it to be forwarded. I'm hoping it arrives before I leave.
I was going to say, mate, you could have told them to deliver it to condo down in.
Yeah, but then they might mail it early. So I didn't.
You give them my address. I'll deliver it to you after I fly it a couple times.
Yeah, you could have had it sent here. To tell you the truth, I'm not going anywhere.
Well, hopefully I'll get you on the boat when I get down there. 21st. I'll be down on the 21st.
You will. You'll wake up one morning, go down to your boat, and you'll see me napping inside the thing.
All right. Okay, Rodney. Thank you for the invite, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You're
go.
welcome, Captain.
Thanks, Rodney.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Bill. Thank you. You guys have a good day. Ken, safe travels.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you having me on this morning.
You're
Good
welcome,
seeing you,
brother.
Ken. Good seeing you, Rodney. Thanks for having me in.
Have a good one, Uncle Bill. Bye, you guys. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being in the chat. Do appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun this morning. If you're a veteran, happy Veterans Day to you. Thank you for your service. Just know that we appreciate you. And You all take care and have a great day. You having a problem there? Oh, there he goes. Anyway, y'all have a good day. We'll see you Saturday for Saturday morning sunrise, and then Saturday morning coffee with Rodney and friends. My Saturday morning sunrise will be followed by Dennis Lovelady, and then Saturday morning coffee with Rodney and friends, and then Sunday sunrise will be Drone Bum from New York, myself and from Virginia, Dennis Lovelady from Georgia, Fly Natural from Arkansas, and of course Chris Hope from the House of Hope in Texas. And as always, as weather permits, we will be doing that. Y'all take care. Have a great day. Love y'all. Bye now.